Greetings everyone, here's Lodrick and this is the game War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. This is my PBEM match against KilRoy. He's the commander of the Allied Forces and for me it is the Empire of Japan. This is now still scenario 1, standard setup, no special modification. And we're watching the 20th May 1942 turn. So, British, not British, Allies. Battleships bombarding Marcus Island. This is back and forth. The island changed hands many times already. I think I left nothing really back. So again, this island is not really any use. Everything is broken. There's no one can really hold on to it. I don't really see it's necessary to invest there too much so long I know that there's no allied forces. It's enough for me. Okay, so there is some, I think, Navy Guard units left. I was not able to take them out. And now the Allies making their counter amphibious assault. So I don't know if this is now the second or third amphibious assault on this island already. This is Nagato and Mutsu. They more or less catching your enemy destroyer. It's a destroyer, I think. Not sure. Can it be also a light cruiser? It's a Clark. Clark destroyer. Famous for I don't know how many bomb hits this had already. But it's damaged, so there's normally not much risk for me, so maybe forward this. And finally, after 14 hits, the Clark is now definitely dead. One ship less I must care. And vote. My rowboat gets attacked but can dodge all of these attacks. So the British destroyer here outside of Gisborne, nothing happens. I make a torpedo attack but avoid the counter strike of the destroyers. So this was already all the Navy engagements this turn. bombardment. This looks all fine. Nothing really gets destroyed, but many of these Chinese forces getting more and more disabled. I cannot ask for much more. It's enough. And I create slowly also more stock airframes for Helen bombers, so always if I have like 30 airframes together I can upgrade one air wing after the next one. And I will normally start with the key 30 air wings to get them simply, yeah, give them more punching power. The typical bad weather grounding of aircraft. So more carrier strikes are on Marcus Island, but not really too effectful. So, and here's also some now carrier, I think, fighters. They're now out of Wellington, attacking my forces in Gisborne. And I send my heavy cruisers in to catch enemy battleships, but somehow we miss each other in the darkness, maybe, I don't know. So this attacker failed, but also my interception of the enemy task force failed. No airstrike all over the map in the afternoon. So this is a hex where my base force gets kicked, and I simply unload my supplies now over the beach. This is of course slow, but I can get supplies in the hex with my troops. Good. Yeah, my Japanese tank army are still driving this Chinese movement forces from hex to hex. And I mean, this was Chinese troops. I already kicked them once out of this hex or the other hex, so they're not so powerful. There's only normally 2 corps ready and 2 are half broken. And again, they lost this battle. I have here high numbers of disabled units. Still, the Chinese units are now out of action. And now I make my attack on Pagan. Not enough. I have not a 1-to-1 kill ratio, but there's normally no fort level, so it doesn't matter really too much. Disabled units are more for me. Maybe I must make some bombardment with my cruisers or battleships to give a little more support. Here's more attack value on the island than I first expected. Good. Bombardment in Rangoon. And again, roughly allied attack value keep shortly under 1000. And I try to storm now here this southern city. I can take the fort, but I cannot take the city itself. Okay. Now it's a shock attack on Mark's Island. And the Allies take the island again. But yeah, I had here only a partly unit. Or I don't know if this is a full 19th Navy Guard unit was here or only some part. I can check. Yeah, first air losses, light. Nothing really happens here too much. All ops losses. No ships sunk, oh? Ah, yeah, the Clark sunk. So the Clark Porter class destroyer, so this is the better one with much more tonnage. Maybe equally strong to Japanese destroyers. And I don't know if I just lost this one. No. So this was only the Navy Guard unit was only a part. So because most of the equipment I already loaded to my ships and bring back to Japan. This is the only stuff is really missing now is this coastal gun battery from Saipan. I cannot rebuild it because I think I can only rebuild it on Saipan. So I must first take the island to rebuild it. And I more or less covered my invasion fleet from Pagan. I break away. I'm not more sure because I was not. I was a little worried that maybe if KilRoy come with his carriers and attack me here because I make this amphibious assault on Pagan, if I can maybe how high is my losses here? So I make it more or less safe. I stop the amphibious assault and unloading, call my carriers back, and also my battleships, but they have no normally ammunition. So what I can do now is maybe I give Nagato and Mutsu the order to bombard Pagan and then return and escort my units first back to Japan, or at least to Shishijima, and see how is the situation with the allied task forces nearby. Because I know that here there's 2 carriers and a lot of cruisers, so there's a lot of firepower, and it's a little more safe and not too risky operation. I don't must risky anything. I cannot rebuild anything. The allies getting more stuff, so I will always try to use my submarines to get a hit on the enemy ship, and once battleship, cruisers, whatever is already slowed down by a torpedo hit, then it's much more easy to finish it off. It's maybe the opposite. Normally, you would maybe go in with the airstrike and then use submarines to finish off a ship, but I try it the other way. I say, I hope my subs can create some addition, some first strike damage on the ships. Good. In China, of course, no real big change. I was able to kick out these Chinese units, so I get here all my broken stuff back. Not too much attack value, but at least. Yeah. Yeah, my main forces are still walking back. This needs a little more time, so like 2 days for one hex. Nothing really else here to see. The tanks going still in Mongolia. My units are going for Chengdu and Chongqing. Well, the Thai force is still trying to catch his British forces, and the rest of my Thai forces are walking to Mulmine, and then from Mulmine I think I will walk to Rangoon, and I think latest if the Thai forces arrive I can attack again Rangoon. Nothing else here to see. In New Zealand, yeah, I don't know. He is a cruiser. Yes, cruisers. Somehow my own cruisers miss each other. Yeah. I cannot say much more. If it is now good or bad, hard to say, but there was simply at the end no engagement. And the Navy Guard units now are taking over, and the division is walking east, southeast, to retake Gisborne in maybe some days. At the same time, I try to unload here my supplies. This needs, of course, much longer if you don't. I mean, this is now unloading without bonus over the beach. This is not really fast. Yeah, but at least I can unload some supplies here. I only must make sure that this is a little risky. I have no detection, but sooner or later I get detection. If I get detection, I must maybe run away. And also my cruisers have detection, so KilRoy will maybe try to send in his battleships. Maybe this is also his the carrier. The British carrier was heavily damaged by 2 torpedo hits. Staying while here in Wellington, have maybe emergency repairs. I don't know. Oh. Yeah. Okay. And this is maybe my Navy Guard units. The rest of my Marcus Island attack group is returning now. Yeah. Good. Then let's see what will happen next turn. I still must take Pegan, this is for sure. And normally Saipan, Guam. And once this is done, I can maybe go for Marcus Island again. Or I must first engage his enemy task forces here and get a more powerful strike against them. But, like I said before, my carriers are a little low on fuel. I have the capacity to engage the Americans, but I need to refuel first and rearm. So maybe we fight another day, but not today or tomorrow. And see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.